Hello, my friends. So today we are going to be talking about TMJ. I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done before the end of the year, and I had way too much caffeine last Monday. Almost had a heart attack, and it really messed with my TMJ. I was definitely paying for it. So if I'm in that moment of anxiety, something that it helps me like boom in the moment, and so if it's happening in the moment and it's because of stress and I'm just like, oh, tightening my jaw, this sounds silly, but I will take like a bottle cork and stick it in my mouth like that to kind of stretch it out so I stop doing that. Now, usually when this happens, it was pretty bad. I was still hurting for a couple days. So when I was younger, the only options were to get a mouth guard or like wire my jaw shut for a month. And yeah, I talk too much. That's not going to happen. And I did get the mouth guard. It did help, but I'm not very good at wearing it, to be honest. So it's super cool that in 2021, we have a lot more options that can help besides just those two. And when I really need some help, I go see my friend, Dr. Elizabeth Bouse, and she does some like mouth manipulations. And that usually like gets me feeling all better. It's crazy. Like she'll also do some stuff to my back. Like I'll let her tell you more about that. It's crazy how like the whole body relates. I think one of the girls in our group was mentioning stuff about bras, and we're gonna do like round 2 about bras, TMJ, other stuff on that too. I'm excited about it. So now I will switch the video over to Dr. Elizabeth Bouse and let her give you her pro opinion, and then we'll do a little demonstration. You can get to see all up in my mouth and stuff. So,
hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Bouse. I've been friends with Ella for many, many years. I'm a chiropractor in Westfield, Indiana, so a little bit north of where she is in Carmel. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the TMJ and issues that it can cause, jaw pain, headaches, clicking, sometimes people's jaw gets stuck in a certain position. She was talking about mouth guards and stretching it with a cork, and some people in the group mentioned how bras can make it worse, which they definitely can, and myofascial work to the jaw can really help. So that's what we'll be talking about today. I definitely do the myofascial work. Sometimes people need a guard as well. The jaw work, the muscle work would be in addition to that guard, not instead of. Guards, not everybody needs the guards, but we're going to go over a little bit of the muscles that I work on, and sometimes adjustments of the spine are needed as well, and sometimes not. And there's actually exercises you can do to your jaw to help strengthen the correct muscles and get the ones that you don't want to be so tight to relax.
all right, so I am ready for my adjustment. I saw some people saying that, their jaw hurts, they haven't been diagnosed. Definitely would be a good idea to go see somebody who's a professional who can diagnose you. Mine is not hurting right now, but it does sound pretty loud. I don't know if you can hear this. We'll try. Can you hear it? And that noise is like coming from like right here in my ear. So I'm ready for my adjustment. Let's do it.
So we're here. I'm going to work on Ella's jaw a little bit just to show you some of the things that we commonly work on. It's usually the same type of muscles on most people, are commonly tight. And just so you know, I have had this issue in the past. It caused chronic headaches. I probably had 3 or 4 a week for years before I found somebody who could address it. It's not taught, the muscle work is not taught in chiropractic school. It's kind of a hole in the curriculum. I haven't ever heard that dentists learn it specifically. I ended up having to take an extra course, like a postdoc course that's pretty much for chiropractors, PTs, and dentists, because it's a kind of a hole in all of our curriculum to learn how to do this and help people, because that's what helped me. So, okay, so the areas that we're going to be working on, can you scoot down just a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this muscle here, what everyone kind of thinks of as their cheek, that's called the masseter. A lot of times people have pain there, and that one often gets tight. You can even like feel your own to see if you have knots in there or if it's sore. Also in the temple here, there's a muscle called the temporalis that will get knots in it. There's a couple right underneath here called the pterygoids that will get called the digastric, that can get tight and knots in them. And then the last one is called the pterygoid, and it's actually in the mouth, and I'll be working on that as well. So I'm going to have Ella open her mouth, and I'm just going to press right in here. I know you can't really see what I'm doing. Two of them aren't too bad, and 2 of them are pretty sore on most people. Okay, let me have you open the other one. I'm gonna follow. It's at the back of the teeth, and that's gonna be the one I'll work on the opposite side. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's more the one that's causing the clicking. Okay. I'm gonna come around to the other side and this side. Open. I'm gonna press in here. Oh my gosh, that is really, really tight.
Uh-huh.
You okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and open and close and open again and close. So you want your jaw to be even when you open. So if you look straight at the mirror at home, or Ella, if you look straight at the camera.
Okay, so you can tell that like when I talk, like it kind of pulls to this side where it's looser and this side's tight. You can actually watch my jaw like, well, I'll show you. See how it has to kind of come out and then down? And then it goes over to this side. And that is from the TMJ. So
You want when you open your mouth, you want it to come straight down in line with your nose. You don't want it deviating to the sides, and you don't want any clicking. Those are all indications that your musculature is not balanced. And you have a lot of tension on the left, which matches what side is clicking on you. Let me have you open and close. And I'd also work on the masseter. Open. Goodness gracious, close and open again. And close. So usually it takes a couple of sessions, and I'll give exercises for mouth opening and sometimes neck retraction to help once we isolate why the person is clenching. And like I said, if they're doing overnight or something, you might need a guard to help out. The other thing that's really interesting to note is that I notice sometimes you can just look at somebody and tell what side they're clenching on because their face won't be even anymore. And that's something that Ella can really help with her non-invasive face sculpting. She can break up some of the tissue on that side, and so that your cheeks and the side of your face is even again. If you've ever noticed, you smile in a picture and one eye goes weird or something, that's a lot of times just muscle imbalances from side to side. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If anybody has any questions, please reach out.
I'm going to listen to Dr. Bouse. I'm going to do my exercises. I'm going to come get my adjustments, do my little face sculpting on my jaw part, and I'm going to watch my caffeine intake because that was definitely a contributing factor. See you guys next time.